Well, welcome back again, everyone. Today I'm reviewing the second in the series of cigars called Cult. If you will recall, a week or two ago, I reviewed the first version. It was called the Cult Original. Now today I am reviewing the next, which I chose. It is the Cult Ometepe series. It looks very similar. If you look at the band, it is actually identical to what the band was previously, with one exception. At the foot, you'll see another band, and it says Ometepe. Nice looking cigar, a little rough, medium brown in color, but it is the Grande Robusto. It's 5.5 by 54. And this is described as a full-bodied cigar. I'm excited. Full-bodied Nicaraguan. I'm on board. The Cult Ometepe is a limited production cigar containing rare tobaccos from the volcanic region in Lake Nicaragua. I have not heard of Lake Nicaragua. All right, the wrapper is Ecuadorian Habano. Binder is Ometepe Nicaraguan. The filler is Ometepe Nicaraguan. Comes in 4 sizes. Grande Robusto being reviewed today. Grand Toro 6 by 60. Torpedo 6.25 by 52. And a Grande Churchill 7 by 54. So let's get to it. The Cult Ometepe Grande Robusto 5.5 by 54. All right, the first thing I need to do is remove this band around the foot. I always get a little nervous when I do this. Okay, well, the band comes off very easily. And now you can see the word Ometepe. All right, we'll see that again later. Put it over there. And now, maybe it's a little darker than the one reviewed a week or so ago, but it's about the same color. So, great draw. I love it when a cigar feels nice and dense, and the draw is effortless, and this one is. Let's toast it up nice. Right there. Here we go. Right away, my very first flavors are a very nice vanilla and citrus combination. Very easy to detect both. The citrus is coming across as like an orange citrus. There is a large amount of pepper. Pepper at a 7. Coffee notes. That's the initial first impression flavor. So I like the way it's starting. It's starting out. It sort of has a medium-bodied feel to it right away. It has the feel that it will go stronger. It'll go fuller. So let's see. But the Cult Ometepe Grande Robusto just fired up and ready to go. Well, a half inch in and everything has changed. Well, almost everything. The orange citrus and vanilla notes have now become a very distinctive Nutmeg with leather undertones. There is still some coffee notes. The nutmeg is has a nice sweetness to it. It also has a little, what I describe as effervescence. It's that tingly, bubbly, almost like when you drink a soft drink. The carbonated water gives the drink a nice pop. Some people call it pop. That's sort of what you have here. There's a nice little effervescence to the nutmeg. There are still some citrus notes attached to it, and I'll define it as orange citrus, and it is detectable, but it's in the background. Right up front, you get the nutmeg is sweet, and the leather undertones give it some depth. Coffee notes give it some depth. The pepper is still very good. I would keep it at about a 7. The finish is a very nice sweet cream, and just a touch of lingering pepper at this point. The type of pepper, I would call it like a white pepper. Regular black ground pepper is very powerful and in your face. The white pepper is not quite as in your face, and it's still peppery, but a little lighter. But the cigar now, I would say, is still medium. It's probably moving medium to full bodied already. Cleans your sinuses out nice for these spring days with the pollen. Oh, and you will notice behind me, on either side of me, the boxes continue to stack up for the South Carolina Sit Down coming up April 20th. That is going to be a big event. But back to the review. This cigar is very good. I like the nutmeg notes and the effervescence, and the citrus undertones are very nice. The leather actually makes it very pleasing in this case because it gives it's not a lot of leather. It's like I said, it's a background. So it's going along very nicely. At the half-inch point, it made a huge change. Well, I'm about an inch or a little over in, and another small change. The effervescence has toned down, but the nutmeg now is a little sweeter and has a touch of richness to it. Rich nutmeg, sweet nutmeg, is an interesting flavor. The citrus notes are still backing it up there, and you get an underlying, even now a little another layer, an underlying white chocolate flavor. It's very thick. It's very nice. The notes of leather and coffee are the very bottom and subdued. But the cigar has made another change, and the more it changes, actually, the better it gets. The finish continues to be a very long, sweet cream and some lingering pepper. So that's the newest change, and all of this just over an inch or so. All of these changes took place. So I'm interested to see where it goes from here. Well, I'm right at the band. Need to remove that. The only significant changes at this point the nutmeg is still sweet and quite prominent. The citrus is actually risen in intensity and actually about even with the nutmeg. The leather notes are increased also, so everything is more balanced. The coffee notes are the only thing that are subtle, and those white chocolate notes are still there, but they're a little subtle. The finish is now still a very nice thick cream, and you have a few toasted notes here and there with some lingering pepper, but the cigar I would call medium to full-bodied. I don't think it's quite reached full-bodied status yet, but it's actually pretty close. So the cigar, in a word, is enjoyable, and doubt it'll change much from here to the end, but we'll see. But you do have a more of a balanced flavor profile now. Well, only about 1.5 inches left, and there has been another change. The nutmeg notes now have really changed more to a flavor of cedar, and the citrus is still there, but there's a cedar citrus combination. Not so much nutmeg anymore. There are the leather notes that are still there, coffee notes as a base, and a few oak notes now. Definite oak. The pepper has still remained about a 7, and the finish is now a toasted cream with some lingering pepper. All in all, still a very good cigar. Just those little subtle changes all throughout, seems like. Now in the final stages, you get this cedar, more of a cedar and citrus combination, going away from the nutmeg. And the oak notes are new. Didn't detect those before. So not much remaining, but yet another change. Well, I'm here at the end, so let's wrap it up. The cigar has taken several twists and turns along the way. Here at the end, just like the previous segment, there are a lot of those oak notes, predominant cedar, and it is sweet. The richness is not there. There is some citrus undertones, and there are some coffee notes at the base. The pepper remained very good at a 7 throughout, and the toasted cream at the end here, much like it was previously. It has a lot of sweetness to it. The finish has a lot of sweetness to it, and it's quite long, pleasing, and some nice lingering pepper. Cigar ended up medium to full bodied, actually very close to full bodied, but I'll call it medium to full bodied, and I have enjoyed it immensely. This has been a very interesting cigar. It started out one way, and it changed several times along the way. I would not really call it complex, but it is bordering on what you would call complex because of all twists and turns. It's been a very enjoyable cigar. I have not seen these in shops, but believe me, I will look for them because I was impressed with this cigar, and I think you would be too. The Ometepe Grande Robusto, very good cigar. I think it's well worth any cigar lover trying, and I think most of you will like this. If you're along the lines of my tastes, you will really enjoy the cigar. Summing up with a score, all in all, I'm giving it a score of 92. Excellent cigar. Really worth you trying, and I will look for these in shops. I hope they are locally and in shops near you. So there you have it. The Cult Ometepe Grande Robusto, 92.